we're going to move on to the next guy on the bench who has really been the most consistent guy on the bench for the Spurs, unquestionably, and a man who maybe we weren't sure was going to be here after last Thursday. And that is, of course, Cedi Osman. And I'm really glad he's still here. I would like to say that to start. But you can go ahead and start with that if you would like to, Ethan.
My pleasure. I agree. I was really hoping we were going to be able to keep Cedi Osman on the team because he's been the most consistent bench player for us. He's been a strong finisher, a strong floor spacer, and defender. He just doesn't make any mistakes. And I think he is this season's better version of what we had in Keita Bates Diop last year. How we always talked about Keita being a guy that makes minimal mistakes and always makes the right play. But where Chetty's better than Keita is that he can actually put the ball on the floor and create for others. And he's probably a slightly better 3-point shooter as far as efficiency is concerned. So from that standpoint, I've been very pleased. I don't have any negatives to say about Mr. Osman. I hope we can keep him for as long as we possibly can because he's a role player that can fit and plug in next to anybody and be successful.
Yeah, I remember his first interview, watching it when he got here. And of course, so many players with these European backgrounds have a lot of admiration for the Spurs. And that was the same case with Cedi. He said it's a place he's wanted to play his whole career. And he literally said that. He said most players from Europe, want to play for the Spurs at one point just because of their play style. It's very similar. And he was like, the play style that they play is the play style I want to play. And I think, obviously he can fit anywhere, like you said. But I definitely have seen that translate since he's gotten here. Mm-hmm. And the other thing that I'll say about Cedi too is he would be somebody, like you said, that I mean, think about it. He's only 28. So he'll be 29, basically at the end of the season because his birthday's in April. So if you signed him to a 3-year deal, you've got him from 29 to 32. Maybe even if you wanted to do longer than that, I doubt the Spurs will just because they want to stay flexible. But I could see like a 3-year deal for Cedi where he just kind of stays out here, in the rest of his prime and is just a nice role player that can match whatever we decide to do with whoever we draft or maybe whatever moves we make, just building around Victor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you're right. At some point, we're going to have to go find veteran role players to fill in next to our young core. Why not go ahead and sign one of those right now? I like that.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see there, but, it also wouldn't completely surprise me if, this is just a 1-year thing and we say sayonara because especially with the draft, it's just,
it's tough to know.
Right. But really solid. I mean, just gives effort, physical, can score at all 3 levels. Maybe he has a stinker here and there, but even when he has a stinker, he's fighting hard and playing good defense.
1,000%. And he really moves the ball well, like underrated ball mover as well.
Point guard start under his belt. Never forget.
That's right. Chetty.
That one game.
Point guard start.
It's just so.
Yeah.
And it's funny too because we're talking about him on the bench right now, and it's like that's right, he did have that.